Hey everyone, this is Blackbinder, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Last time we left off, we got Waidwen's sundial, and that allows us to speed up time within his memory. So let's turn it back to dusk, now that we are on the other side of the explosion, and see what we can find. We need to find 3 or 4 pieces of Waidwen that he's lost, or that are scattered apart from the bomb. So basically the same thing as the other lady in the Ingwithan ruins. Is there one over here too? What did we discover? I heard us discover something. Where is it? Can't see it. Oh, there it is. Hiding in the purple, and it was useless. Nothing. Oh, burning soldiers. I'm gonna have me come over here and get this one. Strike the bell, please. Boom. You got nothing, sir. Uh-oh. There we go. Blind this one too. While you guys are all working on this one soldier, I'll kill everything else. Heal yourself, Aloth. What is this? Oh yeah, Dripping Fangs, once per encounter. Go ahead and use it, why not? Strike the bell. Strike the bell, sir. Alright, you, Holy Radiance. And then, Iconic Projection over there. Let's, what do I want to do here? For refreshing defense on Aloth, he must have, healing lowered or something. Yeah. Or the archers might have been shooting him. Alright, you need to jump away. Shoot. Who is killing us all? Aloth is back up. He must have second chance or something that I forgot about. You revive me, Shoti. And Aloth, you charge this cleric. I need to tumble away. No, I said tumble, bitch. I mean you. Empower yourself so we can blind this guy again. Aloth, you're probably going to go down again. That's okay. Shoti, try to withdraw him if you can, please. Shoot. Now he's going to go after me. Withdraw me too. And then Seraphim, come over here and try to get this guy's attention. 84 damage. That should do it. Shoti, just back up. You can take the disengagement attack. And these soldiers got a lot of hit points. If I had taken them seriously from the beginning, this wouldn't have happened. Just goes to show you. Don't underestimate your opponents. Let's have you do your bouncy flame attack. Actually, that's not going to work because they are immune to flame. That makes sense. Then do your Assassin Vine. Withdraw is almost done on Aloth. Just keep Barbaric blowing him. Actually, you know what? Mind Blades. Again. Why didn't it work? Oh, it missed everyone. Why is it missing? What? Oh, it must target Fortitude or Reflection. Or reflex. No, it's first deflection. Let's turn off my modal so we can get these guys down a little bit easier. Strike the bell. No, I don't need you to strike the bell because he's almost dead. Alright, now kill the cleric. He's the only one left. Alright. Be more careful on the next fight. This is what I've learned. Adair actually almost went down. Jeez. Oh, there's another one. Whoops. Yes, that's actually a good thing. Receive 100 afflictions? Jesus. Hoarfrost Shell. +2 shield deflection each time the wielder is missed. Nice. So, yeah, that's actually good. When you get missed, you're more likely to be missed the next time. That's good. Large shield weapon proficiency now grants a 25% chance to deal freeze damage when missed by a melee weapon. Wow, this is actually not bad for doing damage by being a tank. Like, your tankiness contributes to your damage. Alright, is there anything over here? God dang it, I walked into the trap again. Let's just rest. We'll just turn back the time with the sundial. Is that it? No, there's the soul. There it is. Fragmented from Waidwen in the blast, a splinter of soul essence feverishly clings to a moment in life now forgotten. You dangled your legs over the edge of a dock. In the gloom of pre-dawn, the lake resembled a mirror of polished obsidian. Your father approached with a pair of fishing rods. Back then, he stood as tall as a mountain. He expected you to be ready in the boat by now. What had you so distracted? Father, would the morning still come if Aethys wasn't there to draw it over the horizon? He sighed. A foolish question. Aethys is the dawn. His absence would be the death of all light. You are old enough for this to be obvious. What is truly on your mind? Your father knows you well enough to see through this obvious deflection. Wouldn't life go on without the gods? Before you could finish the thought, the fishing rods clattered to the ground and your father struck you hard enough that you pitched forward into the lake. Your mouth opened with a cry that was quickly stifled by the cold water. So, piece of shit dad is what we're learning here. He bellowed that the gods deserved gratitude, not an ignorant child's faithless doubt. You should thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn. Pride will only make you complacent. You were never a strong swimmer. By the time you desperately clawed your way back to the surface, your father had rowed out into the middle of the lake to be alone. You knew better than to call out to him and interrupt his fishing. You sat on the shore and awaited his return. When the dawn crested the horizon, you didn't give thanks for the warmth it brought. You wanted to remember the cold.
What did you see in there anyway?
A look of genuine curiosity comes over Adair's face as he levels his gaze to meet yours. Waidwen and his father had some turbulent disagreements over faith.
Strange thing to think of right before you get blown to pieces, don't you think?
Yep. Pretty strange, actually. Oh, there's the secret we found. I was wondering if it was the trap or a secret we noticed. Alright, now we want to go to noon. We haven't done noon in this area yet, although I don't think it will matter. We did do dusk, right? We started at dusk. Actually, we started at dusk. That was the explosion. Is this noon? No. Okay. The moment of. We haven't been here yet. It's still foggy. Jeez. Shoti, please do a flame attack right there. Come on, hurry, 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 hurry. That would have been perfect. Yeah. But Aloth is screwed. Use your vigorous defense. And, Shoti, I want you to do your big Aethys thing. The fire thing will actually work this time, I think. These are just regular souls. They're not burning soldiers. I would try to summon my weapon, but I think it would get interrupted. Why are they all getting frightened? Alright, we're gonna get the trap this time. 1 of 3, we got him. Alright, let's check. Oh, soul collectors. These ones look bigger than normal. Seraphim, get over here and take this one. Or no. Yeah, because the bear's too far back. It'll have to be a dare. Now, I will blind both of them. He's already blinded somehow. I thought my bouncing attacks didn't... Let's see if this works. No, because he's already got accurate wounding shot on him. This darn Warden of Decay moved. Do Mina-lettas on him to take out the Warden of Decay pretty real quick. Alright. I'll have to test that again. I tested it the first time with accurate wounding shot, so maybe the ranger skills don't bounce with it, but the ranger afflictions, but maybe the rogue ones do as an oversight or something. Alright, this guy's going down. Go ahead and switch over to my red tab, or my red hand, for a little while. What is this? It's plus 20 accuracy, but minus 25% action speed. I'm okay with that. Alright, is there anything over here? There is a light down there, if you can see it. Can we get across the bridge? Alright, let's go ahead and go to dawn, right? We'll go across the bridge and then turn it to noon. I think we've already got the one piece of his soul that was over here. So we'll need to turn time back from this side. But we can't. Well, where the heck are we supposed to go? Let's try turning it to dusk again. From this side. Maybe there was a portal down here that I missed. I saw one, but I didn't think we could get to it. Alright, there is a soul trapped up there, but I can't get up there. There was one over here. Is there any portals that I don't see? No. Alright, so we've tried dusk. Let's try noon again. Are there any portals? Look for portals. Okay, so we've done all of the ones over there, so let's try all of the ones with this one. Let's try dawn, then dusk. We've already, this is noon right now, and it's not doing us any good. I'm pretty sure dawn is just before the bridge explodes. Oh, you know what it is? That we need to do in dusk, and the bridge, it'll put us on an exploding part of the bridge that's up higher. I think. Don't quote me on that. Damn. We need to get up here somehow. Oh, we can get up there. Derp. Just walk around. Your father reached up from the sickbed and clutched at your wrist, his fingers gnarled and skeletal. You'd seen enough of this condition spreading through the colony to know he wouldn't last long. It was a miracle he hung on this long. His breathing was labored, his voice ragged, but his gaze was alert and full of questions that only you could answer. I'll see you after the farm when you're gone and make sure it stays in the family. He shook his head and maintained his grip. His lips and nose were stained by the Vorlus cough, a plague that colored the phlegm purple. To you it resembled an actor's smeared face paint. He asked in a ragged whisper if you kept your faith. I still thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn, just as you taught me. Satisfied, he nodded, but then his grip tightened as another fist of coughing crumpled him into a ball. And I'll thank him for the dusk as it settles over you, Father. The coughing fit rattled to a halt as your father regarded you in a wide-eyed shock. Pry away his hand. You left me to face a cold dawn. Now you can give thanks to the fading of your light, and you can do it alone. I needed a father, not a priest. You were neither to me. Farewell. Yeah, that's a good one. You moved away from the sick bed that was soon to be a deathbed, closing the door quietly behind you. Then you stepped out on the porch to savor the last rays of the day.
What did you see in there anyway?
A look of genuine joy. Yeah. Waidwen never forgave his father.
That's a hard thing to carry all this way.
All right. So I think that should be the last one, right? We've already gotten one over there. We can't get over here. No, right here. This is where we need to go. That was the portal that I remembered seeing. That'll take us down. And I did see a ray of light down here, so we'll have to try dawn and noon. Oh my god, you idiots. When one of you goes to take the trap, the rest of you need to stop walking. Alright, let's go to the dawn. Music here reminds me of Dark Souls 3, the Nexus area. Firekeeper Shrine. Evandur Bridge? No, let's talk to the priest.
Damn it. Why can't I remember?
The soul of this robed priestess circles around the same thought in a pattern reminiscent of pacing. Who are you? She doesn't seem to hear you.
I memorized that illusion spell. How can it be gone? Another second and Waidwen will know the bomb is here. Damn it, girl. This is your chance. The whole point of the thing is that his soul finds him first.
As you intuit her meaning, you catch a flash of memory. Robed priests assembling a delicate mechanism, spiked copper plates housing a fragile shard of Adra. The Adra houses a piece of Waidwen's soul. Waidwen's soul is in the bomb? This just got more complicated. The mechanism was elegant in its simplicity. When a fragment of Waidwen reacted to his approach on the bridge above, it conducted soul energy into the copper and triggered the explosive. A bomb for Waidwen made of Waidwen. It was a delicate trigger by design. The work of removing such a critical part will involve no small risk. You can't remember the spell to hide the bomb?
It's like I'm on stage and forgot the words of the song. How could this happen?
You won't hear this, but I'll return your memory if I happen across it.
Can't think.
Yep, okay. We will find your soul piece. Alright, this takes us up to the Evandur Bridge, it looks like. Okay, now we can go up and down. But that doesn't really help us. So let's go back down and then switch to noon. Wait, how did I get here if I... How the hell did I get here? Maybe because I was on the thing? I don't know. That shard of ray just screwed me over. Alright, we go to dusk, right? Or was it noon? Well, either one, we'll get there. This place is kind of a pain. You got 3 separate areas you need to go to, and each of those 3 areas have 3 separate forms on, or times, with dawn, noon, and dusk. Alright, I think the reason why we got screwed over there is because this isn't here when we go to dawn, so let's go to noon. Alright, what did you find? Found something, but I can't see it because everything here is purple. I see. Oh, it was a trap. Anything over here? No. Alright. Let's talk to the wandering soul. A splintered fragment of Waidwen's soul clings to the spot, endlessly recalling some piece of memory consumed by guilt and shame. Read the soul. You drew your sickle across a thin patch of Vorlus. The harvest would be a poor one, but at least that was a shared burden that no one in Readceran suffered alone. Praise to God for what little we have. As usual, there was no reply. You drew the sundial out from under your shirt, but the light had waned too much to judge the hour. Echo Aethys, Waidwen. You flinched as the chiming of a bell echoed from some distant source. A sensation of warmth spread across your back. Who's there? The daylight blossomed to life, exploding into many colors that filled the sky. You turned to face it, shielding your eyes until you realized that it didn't hurt to look into this brilliance. A glowing figure loomed before you. Do you still thank me for the dawn and the harvest, Waidwen? You dropped to your knees. You felt laid bare before the light of Aethys. Every word spoken in hate, every punch you threw first, every time you turned your back to the dawn, they were all his to judge. I won't plead for mercy. Do what you came to do. You tilted your head to present your neck, a motion you had seen repeated too many times in the town square. The luminescent figure flickered in a way that reminded you at once of a guttering candle and a chuckle. Do you think I'm here to admonish and cast you into the lake? No, I would draw you back to the warmth for a higher calling. He knew. Suddenly you felt like that child again, vulnerable and alone before a looming, all-powerful presence. Fear not, for you are chosen above all others. You will be the light to bring about the rebirth of an empire. An empire? It was gibberish to you, but Aethys probably knew something you didn't. Of course he did. His words filled you with a warmth and confidence you had never felt before. Just because I'm accepting this doesn't mean I'm not angry with you. Where do we start? He told you that it starts where stories usually do, at a beginning. The sickle fell from your grip with a clatter as a hand reached out from across a great distance to touch your brow. A light stole over your vision. Much later, you awakened a changed man.
What did you see in there anyway?
Waidwen chose this fate for himself. He and Aethys shared a bond.
I suppose that's better than Aethys forcing it on him. I always wondered about that. A lot of folks did.
End dialogue. Alright, now we need to go from here to somewhere. Let's try Dawn again. It's probably going to put me somewhere else, but that's okay. Or it's probably going to put me in the same place with no escape. I'll have to go back around if I want to get back down here, but I think we're good there. Or we're good now. But I didn't find that lady's soul is the problem. Maybe it's not in here.
You've got to remember the ink did once I...
Alright. Let's go talk to Waidwen. Oh, wait. I didn't even know that that place could be unlocked. What is this? Memory of Magranite incantations. There we go. That's what she needed.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
You've got to
Give her the
remember
memory of Magranite incantations. I think this is what you're looking for. No sooner does the book make contact with her than it ceases to exist, absorbed into her memories. You feel the essence of the priestess swell with life and vigor.
Of course. Simple. How would I forget a thing like that anyway?
As she begins the incantation, you comprehend where and how the bomb was hidden. Knowing this, it feels as if 1,000 pair of eyes are observing you progress at once. The illusion fades under their scrutiny. Oh, nice. That's a big bomb. I did not think it was that big. The heat of Magran's fire singes your face as you draw closer to the Godhammer bomb, which feels poised to go off at any instant. Under layers of copper plating, enchantments, and volatile materials, you sense a fragment of Waidwen's soul. It reaches out to you in blind confusion. Oh, okay, so that's why we needed to see it, because he's in there still. Excuse me. A parchment-thin shard of Audra is positioned inside of a spiked copper trap. When a current of essence conducts through the Audra, the trap will snap shut and complete the circuit. It would take incredible care to extract the soul without setting off the bomb. Use betrayal to embody durance. Woman, reveal to me the construction of this bomb. How do I embody? Use betrayal. Hold on, I want to look at what that is. What is betrayal? I think somebody has it equipped. Betrayal. This snapped blade has had many names over the years, but the stain of betrayal has never been wiped clean. Long ago, it was a gladiator's weapon wielded in the slave pits. The fighter who carried it bought his freedom by plunging it into the back of his master, earning it the name Liberator. Later, it hung on the walls of a wealthy estate where a maid butchered the family, earning it the name Decency. It isn't known how or when it broke, but the blade's persistent symbol as a deliverer of justice and condemner of the wicked made it a favorite among Skay Knights, who sacrificed generally to imbue it with their patron's blessing. I don't understand why that is used for it, but whatever. We will embody Durance. He was the priest in the first game, and he helped make the Godhammer. Woman, reveal to me the construction of this bomb. He's talking to Magrin, I think. Suddenly, you're in the memory of the priestess. She recalls your voice to a workshop hidden somewhere dark and secure. There's so much explosive material in the air that a single candle would ignite the world, so the ambient light is conjured by prayer.
Are you all right? You sound like you've been eating coal dust.
She turns to you wearing a frown. Never mind my voice. Give your report before I cauterize that festering wound you call a mouth. Your concern means less than the heretical shit I took this morning. Speak to me of the bomb. We'll go with the first one.
This work has changed you, and not for the better.
She blinks at you and shrugs. She lays out a vellum schematic of the bomb, showing a detailed cross-section of the detonator. It's a delicate assemblage, similar to a trap composed of brass and adra. The latter is infused with the essence of a saint. Armed with this understanding of the bomb, you know you could disarm it with little difficulty. You've performed adequately. Remember this swelling of accomplishment the next time you are tempted to disappoint me. Excellent work, disciple. You've earned yourself a break. Now come and roll with me in the stinking embers of our lust. Yeah, we'll do that one. That's funny.
I'd rather crawl inside the Godhammer and die.
Alright, disarm the bomb. You carefully reach inside the bomb. In no time at all, you're up to your shoulder in delicate gears and cogs, taking care not to displace anything. Something in the guts of the machinery falls off in your hand, but the Godhammer remains inert. Detonator shard. Grants final flame. The user creates a powerful explosion of fire at a location. Enemies caught in the blast take burn damage immediately and over time. Allies in the blast are healed immediately and over time. Now that's a good one. This is a grimoire, right? Or a trinket. You're able to reach the Adra at the heart of the detonation trigger and pull Waidwen's soul free without incident. Dawn rose over the mountain pass where you camped your forces. The first rays warmed the tents and roused your armed congregation from slumber. Evandur Bridge was a speck on the horizon. Scouts say that a dozen soldiers hold the crossing. What do they think they can accomplish? You spat in the wind and considered your options. No one said this would be easy, but you started to wonder if the world even wanted a saint. The Deerwood certainly didn't. They must have something to believe in, something that could turn the tides against us. You were only thinking aloud, but without warning it became one of the rare moments when a familiar voice interceded on your thoughts. It's possible our adversaries do not lack for motivation. You flinched as the presence asserted itself. Aethys had been preoccupied lately, spending days in contemplative silence, distancing himself from you. What do you think, old friend? Could this be the end of our long march? You, Aethys, considered your answer with care. The inevitability of things always came easier to Rimmergond, and in this moment you envied him. You and I may stumble, but our legacy will live on, if not on this frontier, then another. All things are reaped in their course, Waidwen. Echo the Dawn Stars? Maybe, but death isn't the ending you think it is. Embrace whatever comes. No. Aethys, you and I may stumble, but our legacy will live on, if not on this frontier, then another. Waidwen nodded, absorbing your words. As Waidwen, why try and stop us, though? Don't they want to see the light as we do? For some reason, it was always so hard telling Waidwen the truth. Maybe all the gods were out of practice. You already knew about the bomb, and you decided not to act on that knowledge. Why? But Waidwen deserved an answer, even if it wasn't the entire truth. Change is agonizing. Mortals will fight to avoid it, but it always catches up to them in time. As gone, the night brings horrors, but it is necessary. Kith will always rise against that which terrifies them, or as the Dawn Stars. Sometimes Kith need to learn on their own, and we are naive to think that showing them the way is enough. Now we'll stick with Aethys. Change is agonizing. Mortals will fight to avoid it, but it always catches up to them in time. Waidwen looked out on Evandur Bridge and wondered if he was ready to face the dusk. His thoughts were a placid lake. Then he spoke his mind again, this time taking you by surprise. Those defenders are looking past their faith to stand against a god. They're here to fight for everything they built and planted together. Waidwen was beginning to see the point. It was your sorrow to know that he wouldn't live long enough to fully appreciate it. Kith are as Waidwen. Kith are supposed to face the dawn together, not to depend on it. Our first duty is to each other. You wanted to tell Waidwen how proud you felt, but he no longer needed a father's approval to know when he was right. That saddened you even more than knowing that Waidwen had seen his last sunrise.
What did you see in there anyway?
Aethys wanted Waidwen, or everyone, to believe in a world where Kith had control over their destiny. Aethys knew about the Godhammer, but he and Waidwen crossed the bridge anyway. Yeah, let's do that one.
What? Why would he do that? Did he think it wouldn't hurt him? Did he want it to end there? You know, the more I learn about this, the less sense it makes. It just brings up more questions. There don't seem to be any good answers.
Alright, now let's go talk to Waidwen and give him back all his souls. Or the pieces of his souls.
You're a saint to even consider it.
I said, I'll get us out of here if I can, Waidwen. And then, yeah, he said that.
Whatever happened here scattered me in body and mind. I can't leave while I'm shattered. Gather enough of the pieces and maybe I'll be strong enough to be some help.
Restore the last missing fragments of Waidwen's soul. As all the essence you gathered on Evendur Bridge converges on Waidwen, his soul brightens with a flash. Then his eyes snap open as a tide of revelation washes over him. Watch the events play out. A triumphant battery is frozen. Oh no, we've already read that.
Thank you, friend. I'm struggling to understand it all, but my thoughts are clearer now.
Waidwen wobbles on his feet. His expression of bewilderment shapes into a broad grin as he recovers his bearings.
I think I accept why this needed to happen, but it is only human to feel conflicted.
I hope you learned something from the experience. I'm guessing the cycle is broken now?
Unless you feel like taking it for another go-around, I can wait.
He smiles lopsidedly.
There is a lesson, a purpose to the Godhammer that I failed to grasp.
Waidwen looks out on the bridge, paying particular attention to the men and women rallying against each other. Maybe Aethys wanted to prove that gods can die?
Aethys wanted the people of the world to stand tall, without gods propping them up. The Godhammer didn't just tear Aethys from my body. It drove a wedge between gods and Kith across Aeora. And isn't that just a version of what he always wanted?
I always thought he wanted to expose the work of the Ingwithans.
He did. But in the end, it was the difference of two rivers flowing into the same ocean. Taking on that burden of suffering wasn't in Aethys' original plan. But it served him well enough that he was content to keep his distance for a few quiet years.
Waidwen shrugs. The matter seems to weigh on him less than before.
Now that I'm free, I can feel oblivion tugging at me harder than before. We won't have time to savor the victory, friend.
Waidwen looks down at his hands, which even now seem less substantial as the white void draws him away. He doesn't seem to mind. I'm on a mission to confront Aethys. Would you lend me your help?
He's out in the world stirring the pot again, isn't he? We shared a bond long ago. Those were different times. I would only hurt your cause by tagging along.
That's fear of your father talking.
Excuse me? And what do you know about it?
Everyone who loved you abandoned you. Aethys was no exception. No. You never stood up to him. You only left him to die. No. You're terrified of angering the only authority figure who ever understood you. That one.
You cut right to the bone, don't you? If it'll do some good. I wouldn't be much of a saint if I refused you.
Waidwen takes an uneasy step closer before joining the throng of souls in your wake.
The folks back home sure aren't gonna believe this. You're gonna have to back up my story, Watcher.
Stick with us and we'll have you back to gone in no time flat.
Alright, let's go back, and now we can go into the sunbeams in the main area. Wait, what? Why is there a scourge here? Blind it before it takes out Shoti. Shoti, get back. Oh god, there's a bunch of people. I need to jump away. Adair needs to charge in. Get the burning soldier, please. Shoti, what can you do? Let's get Seraphim over here in between you guys. Shoti, go ahead and Flame Pillar on the two scourges. Aloth, expose vulnerabilities, and then we'll have you do Mara's writhing tentacles. Shoti, why are you up front? You should not be up front. Withdraw yourself, sir. And then I need to hurry up and kill these things. Heal yourself, please. Seraphim. I'm gonna go ahead and detect living illusions. Speed up this fight a little bit. Strike the bell. Leap away, Seraphim. And then just Mind Blades, what you can. Kill the Burning Archer, please. Ranger. Shoti, go ahead and Holy Radiance. Doesn't seem like the red hand is hitting much harder than my hunting bow. It's a heck of a lot slower. Let's blind him again. Nope, Seraphim went down. Son of a gun. I think I'll switch back to my hunting bow after this. I mean, it's 140 damage, but I'm regularly critting for 70 a lot quicker. See, 64. That was just a hit. Wow, he also had death blows on, though. I'm really not sure which one's better overall DPS-wise. Alright, that's where we're going to end it for now. Next time we will go to the last place and hopefully finish this DLC, either next episode or the one after that. So please leave a like or comment below, and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one. And thanks for stopping by.